Close your eyes for a moment and forget the world around you. Forget your bank account. Forget your debts. Forget your job. Forget the outer circumstances. What if I told you you are already a millionaire? Not tomorrow, not next month, not in 10 years. Right now, this very moment, you are a millionaire. You always were. You simply need to feel it. Now you may ask, how can I feel like a millionaire when I see bills on the table and I feel anxiety in my chest? But I will tell you that the outer world is nothing more than a mirror reflecting your inner conversations, your inner assumptions. The great secret is that imagination creates reality. The moment you assume something to be true and persist in that assumption, the world must conform. The outer world bends itself to the inner feeling, not the other way around. You see, the world is yourself pushed out. The money you seek, the freedom you crave, the abundance you long for, it is not out there somewhere waiting to be found. It is already inside you. You are the operant power. You are the source. You are the beginning and the end. You are not a beggar looking for wealth. You are wealth itself, wrapped in human form, waiting to awaken. To feel like a millionaire is not to imagine piles of money or yachts or gold. It is to feel the security, the ease, the confidence that all your needs are met before you ask. It is to wake up with peace in your chest and joy in your soul. That is the true feeling of wealth. It is not just money, it is a consciousness, a knowing that all things are already yours. Dare to believe in this invisible truth. Close your eyes and live from the end. Can you feel what it's like to check your account and see abundance? Can you feel what it's like to bless others with your overflow? Can you feel the peace that comes from knowing lack is an illusion? That is the key. You must feel it first. You must walk in the assumption that it is already done. As you sow in your imagination, so shall you reap in your world. You cannot become a millionaire by waiting. You must be it in feeling, right now, in this moment. You must walk into the inner chamber of your mind and clothe yourself with the feeling of the wish fulfilled. When you do that, the universe begins to move. The bridge of incidents begins to unfold. Coincidences are not random. They are your assumptions hardening into fact. So many look to hard work, to chance, to luck. They pray with pleading, not with faith. But the one who truly believes, the one who assumes the feeling of the wish fulfilled, needs not beg. He gives thanks. He rejoices before the manifestation appears, because he knows it already exists in the unseen. Let me ask you, when you order a package online, do you sit and wonder if it's truly coming? Do you pace the floor asking, will it ever arrive? No, you expect it. You go about your day knowing it's on the way. The universe works the same. Once you have imagined and assumed the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you must drop it and rest. Rest in the knowing that it is done. The man who feels rich becomes rich. The man who feels poor becomes poor. It is never about what is in the bank. It is what is in the mind and heart. If you want to know what you are going to experience tomorrow, look at what you are feeling right now. You are planting the seeds. The harvest is inevitable. Do not wait for evidence to believe. Belief is the evidence. Feeling is the secret. If you can feel it now, you are it now. The world will catch up. The world must obey the inner command of feeling. Do not say, I will be a millionaire someday. Someday is always tomorrow. Say instead, I am a millionaire now. Let that be your affirmation. Let that be your assumption. Let that be your assumption. Walk through your day with that invisible crown on your head. Stand tall. Breathe deeply. Feel rich. You will begin to notice changes. Small things at first, a check you weren't expecting, a promotion, a generous gift. But these are only shadows of the deeper truth, that you changed your state of consciousness. You moved from lack to wealth, from worry to faith, from waiting to receiving. Never forget, it is done unto you as you believe. What are you believing right now? Are you believing in the world of Caesar, where money is scarce, where jobs are hard, and where you must struggle? Or are you believing in the kingdom of heaven within, where all things are possible to the one who believes? Every night, as you lay your head down, dwell in the state of the wish fulfilled. Feel the mattress beneath you as if you're in the master bedroom of your dream home. Hear the silence of abundance, where there is no anxiety, no fear, no striving. You are already it. Do not worry about how it will come. The how is not your business. Your only business is the state. Stay faithful to the state. Embody the feeling. Let it become your dwelling place. Soon you will find the world reshaping itself around you. Many will say, but I've imagined before, and nothing happened. That's because they only visited the state. They didn't live there. They knocked on the door but did not enter. You must live in the feeling. Persist in it. Dwell in it. It must become more real to you than the outer world. When the inner world becomes more real than the outer, miracles begin. If your world today shows signs of lack, do not resist it. Do not fight it. Simply turn inward and revise. Feel the new state. Say inwardly, this is not my truth. My truth is abundance. My truth is abundance. My truth is wealth. My truth is ease. And let that be your inner dialogue. Speak to yourself like a rich man. Speak to yourself as if all things are already yours. What would you say if you knew the money was already on the way? What would you do today if you were already financially free? Begin to act from that place. You need not spend recklessly, but spend mentally. Spend with joy in your heart. Imagine yourself paying with ease, giving with joy, living in gratitude. The inner conversations you have each day are more powerful than any effort in the world. If you tell yourself you are rich and believe it, the world must echo it back. If you say you are poor and feel it, the world will comply. Life is a mirror. It reflects back the image you hold. You are the artist. Your imagination is the brush. Your life is the canvas. What masterpiece are you creating today? Be bold enough to dream. Be brave enough to feel it now. Be foolish enough even to believe it before others see it. They may laugh. They may question. But when the manifestation arrives, and it will, they will ask you how you did it. And you will smile and say, I simply assumed it and persisted. Do not let appearances fool you. Appearances are nothing. They are shadows, echoes of past thoughts. Your current reality is not your prison. It is your past creation. Your future is being built right now, through your assumptions, your feelings, your faith. If you want to change your world, you must first change your self-concept. See yourself as worthy. See yourself as capable. See yourself as rich. Stop identifying with struggle. Stop rehearsing lack. Stop claiming hardship. Begin claiming ease. Begin living from the reality that everything is always working out for you. You were never meant to chase money. Money is meant to chase you, but only when you stop needing it and start being it. Need repels. Being attracts. And you be by feeling. So right now pause. Place your hand on your heart. Say gently to yourself, I am a millionaire. Say it not with desperation, but with calm certainty. Let it sink deep. Let it settle in your soul. Walk with it. Talk with it. Sleep with it. You do not become rich by effort alone. You become rich by vibration, by alignment. The world is energy. Money is energy. You are energy. Align your frequency to wealth, and it must appear. Stop asking when. Start declaring now. The moment you say I am, the universe responds. Not I will be, not I hope to be, but I am. That is the secret name of God within you. I am that I am. And whatever you place after I am will shape your world. You have always been a millionaire. Your only job now is to remember. Strip away the doubts, silence the logic, and awaken the truth. You are wealthy, abundant, free. The more you feel it, the more real it becomes. The more real it becomes, the more it shows itself. The more it shows itself, the more undeniable it becomes. And yet even then, you must remember, what you now see with your physical eyes is only the delayed reflection of a state you first dared to assume. Do not get caught in the evidence. Stay loyal to the feeling. Stay loyal to the end you claimed in imagination. That is your true dwelling place. Let the outer world do what it will. Let others doubt. Let circumstances appear contrary. Let bills come and go. All of that is smoke and mirrors. The truth is what you have already imagined. The truth is the feeling you carry in the silence of your being. And when you persist in that inner knowing, the world must conform, not by your effort, but by the law. The law of assumption never fails. You may wonder, But how long must I persist? How long must I feel it? And I say to you, until the feeling becomes natural, until the idea of not being wealthy becomes strange, until the only state that feels like home is that of abundance. Then you will know it is done. When the desire disappears and is replaced by quiet confidence, that is the sign you have succeeded. That is the sign the seed has taken root. Do not big up the seed. Do not ask if it's working. That is the mind of doubt, the language of delay. Assume it and rest. Rest not in laziness, but in inner conviction. Rest in the Sabbath of creation, the moment when the work is complete in imagination, and all that remains is its physical unfolding. When I speak of feeling rich, I do not mean just visualizing a number in a bank account. I mean stepping into the identity of wealth, living from it, not towards it. Feel yourself now to be what you long to be. Make no excuses, accept no contrary thought, and if one arises, gently return to your chosen state. Say inwardly, that is not my truth anymore. I am already wealthy. I have already received. Your subconscious mind does not know the difference between real and imagined. It accepts as true whatever you persistently impress upon it. If you continually affirm lack, struggle, or limitation, it will manifest accordingly. But if you impress upon it the certainty of wealth, of ease, of divine abundance, then so it shall be. This is law. So let your mornings begin with this awareness. I am a millionaire in consciousness. Therefore it is only a matter of time before the world reflects it. And let your nights end with gratitude, not for what is to come, but for what already is. Feel the money in your hands. Feel the joy of giving. Feel the lightness of financial freedom. This is not delusion. This is creation. You are not deceiving yourself. You are revealing yourself. You are peeling back the layers of false identity and returning to your true nature, the God within. And the God within lacks nothing. He does not ask permission to prosper. He does not look for validation. He simply declares, I am. And it is so. Understand that every state already exists. There is nothing to create. There is only something to assume. The state of being a millionaire exists as surely as the state of poverty. They are both real. Which one you live in is your choice. And that choice is made not with words but with feeling. Do not look to the world for confirmation. Look within. If you feel wealthy, the outer world must obey. It has no choice. This is not fantasy. It is the secret mystics have known for centuries. The ancients called it faith. The modern mind may call it quantum reality. But names do not matter. What matters is your feeling. And your feeling is everything. If I could give you one instruction to change your life forever, it would be this. Go to the end. Mentally live in the end. Not in the hope, not in the trying, not in the struggle, but in the fulfillment. Walk, talk, think and feel from the end, as if it were already done, because in truth it is. When you live from the end, you no longer worry, you no longer question, you no longer seek signs, you become the sign. Your very presence radiates certainty. Others feel it. Circumstances shift, doors open. Because you no longer chase the thing, you have become the thing. Can you see yourself now, standing in your home, bought with ease, furnished with love? Can you feel the moment of writing a check, not in fear, but in freedom? Can you smell the scent of the life you desire, as if it were already yours? These sensory impressions are not childish games. They are your tools. Use them daily. Enter your imagination and live there. As a child enters a game and believes it is real, so too must you enter your new identity. Imagination is the only redemptive power. It is not idle fantasy. It is the workshop of reality. And when your imagination is aligned with belief and persistency, miracles are no longer miracles. They are the natural result of law. If someone were to strip away all that you own, could you still feel wealthy? That is the test. Because if you can feel it when it's not there, then you will have it appear. But if you can only feel it when it's present, then you are merely reacting, not creating. The creator feels first. The world follows. So go now and revise your concept of self. Say, I am no longer someone who wants money. I am someone who is money. I am no longer someone who seeks abundance. I radiate abundance. I am no longer hoping. I am receiving. As you do this, your posture will shift. Your voice will change. You will walk into rooms differently. You will stop chasing and start attracting, because you have assumed the state, and the state is everything. Do not concern yourself with methods. Do not get lost in techniques. They are only meant to bring you to the feeling. And once you feel it, you need no more method. The feeling itself is the prayer. The feeling is the command. The feeling is the seed. Let people say what they will. Let logic argue against you. Let circumstances appear otherwise. You know the truth. You have felt the truth, and you have rested in the assumption that it is so. Now allow the law to work. Allow life to respond. Let the bridge of incidents unfold, but do not waver in the feeling. Guard it. Cherish it. Return to it as often as you can. You are a millionaire now, not because of what you have, but because of what you are. And what you are, you will always express. So express abundance, express generosity, express confidence, and the world will mirror it all back to you. Even now, as you listen to my words, you are changing. You are rising into a higher concept of self. You are leaving behind the old skin of struggle and stepping into the rich garment of fulfilled desire. Let that garment wrap around you. Let it become your second skin. Wear it with grace, with ease, with joy. It is not arrogance to feel like a millionaire. It is alignment. It is truth. It is divine inheritance. You were never meant to scrape and struggle. You were meant to reign. You are a creator, not a victim of circumstance. Let that truth take root. Let it blossom in silence, and soon the fruit will show itself in form. Your bank account will rise, yes. Opportunities will come, yes. But more importantly, you will have shifted your identity, and that shift is eternal. Once a man knows who he is, no one can take it from him. Once you've felt it, you cannot go back. You may forget for a time, but the feeling will return. It always does, because it is the truth of you. As the feeling returns, stronger each time, it begins to anchor itself within you, not as a fleeting emotion, but as a permanent state of being. This is when you realize the money was never the real goal. The outer riches were only symbols, reflections of the inner transformation. The real treasure is the power you've awakened, the control you now hold over your own consciousness. You are no longer at the mercy of external events, but rather you are their master. You've discovered the secret that sages and mystics have whispered for centuries, that all things are made by the imagination, held together by belief, and brought forth by persistence in feeling. The world cannot help but yield to the one who knows who they are. The man who sees himself as rich and feels rich, regardless of appearances, must become rich. It is law. It is a spiritual law, as certain as gravity, as precise as mathematics. But unlike the physical laws of this world, this law is governed not by what you do, but by what you assume and persist in feeling. You may be sitting right now in a modest room. You may have little in the bank. But if in your imagination, you are walking through the halls of your dream mansion, if in your heart you feel the luxury of financial freedom, if in your conversations with yourself you are already wealthy, then wealth must come, not because you wish for it, but because you are it. Your assumption, your inner claim, is the law unto itself. And let us be clear, feeling is not some emotional high. Feeling is knowing. It is the deep conviction, the silent confidence that it is so. That is what you must cultivate. Not frantic affirmations, not desperate prayers, but calm, unshakable knowing. You must learn to walk with this knowing in every room, through every conversation, under every circumstance. Let your mind be fixed. Let your state be sealed. When others speak of lack, do not join them. When others complain of prices rising, jobs being lost, the economy failing, do not accept their premise. Remain in your state. Remain in your knowing. You are not subject to the world. The world is subject to your assumption. You are the operant power. Let this truth never leave you. No one and no thing can rob you of what you have assumed to be yours in feeling. No circumstance can cancel the state you persist in, even if the outer world seems to contradict it momentarily. It is only a delay, not a denial. It is only the past echoing forward. Let it pass. Stay in the present. Stay in the state. All things will adjust themselves accordingly. You may think that wealth comes through action, through strategy, through effort. And yes, those things may play a part, but they are secondary. They are the outpicturing of your inner state. A man in the state of wealth will naturally be moved to wise action. The phone call will come. The deal will arise. The perfect opportunity will present itself, not because he chased it, but because he magnetized it by his feeling. This is why you must prioritize your inner world above all else. Meditate, reflect, speak to yourself with power. See yourself as you desire to be. Give thanks for it before you see it. Walk around your home as though it is already your palace. Eat your meals as though you are already surrounded by abundance. This is not foolishness. This is faith in action. The world calls it make-believe, but those who live by this law know it as make-real. For all things that are real now were once imagined. Every building, every invention, every fortune, all began as thought, as image, as feeling. You are doing the same. You are imagining your wealth into form. And the moment you stop doubting and start knowing, it begins to appear. And here's the most beautiful truth of all. You don't need permission. You don't need validation. You don't need anyone to believe in you. You only need to believe in yourself. The God within you is sufficient. That divine imagination, that sacred faculty to assume and feel and create, it is your inheritance. Use it. When you feel fear creeping in, do not resist it. Simply acknowledge it and return to your state. When you feel doubt, gently remind yourself, this too shall pass. I remain in my knowing. The more you do this, the easier it becomes. And soon the state of wealth is no longer something you visit. It is where you live. Think of your states as mental homes. Some people live in states of anxiety. Others live in states of peace. Some dwell in lack, others in luxury. Your job is to choose your home. And once you choose it, decorate it with thought, with speech, with emotion. Return to it in your mind again and again, until it becomes the only home that feels real. Yes, the world may try to lure you back into your old state. Circumstances may scream that nothing has changed. But you must look at them and say, that is the old me. That is the dying echo of who I was. I am no longer that man. And you walk on. You walk in faith. You walk in feeling. And then one day, without warning, everything shifts. A call comes. A letter arrives. A door opens. And you will know, this is the outer world catching up to my inner state. It was always coming. I was always rich. The world simply had to adjust. And in that moment you'll smile. Not because you become something new, but because you finally accepted what was always true, that you are and always have been a millionaire, in spirit, in consciousness, in essence. You merely remembered. You chose to feel it. You dared to persist. So I say to you now, wherever you are, whatever your current experience, stop waiting, stop wishing, begin feeling, begin knowing. Assume the end. Live from the end, and the end will manifest itself with divine precision. You are already a millionaire. Just feel it. Now. Feel it now with every breath you take. Let it become the rhythm of your heartbeat, the silent song you hum as you walk through your day. Let this feeling seep into your bones, saturate your imagination, and influence every word you speak. Begin to carry yourself differently, not in arrogance, but in inner certainty. You no longer need to prove anything. You no longer need to explain yourself. You no longer need to hustle for worthiness. You simply know. In that knowing, a great calm settles over you, a peace beyond understanding, because you have finally aligned yourself with truth. You have stopped asking and have started assuming. You have stopped seeking and started being. You now understand that reality is an echo, and your present assumption is its origin. There is nothing out there that was not first imagined within. Begin to give thanks for the wealth that is already yours. Gratitude is the signature of ownership. You do not give thanks for what you do not yet believe you have. When you are grateful for something, you are confirming its presence. So say, thank you, even before it arrives. Thank the universe. Thank the divine within. Thank your imagination, not for what will come, but for what is already done. Start looking around your life for signs of increase. They may be small: an unexpected gift, a cancelled bill, a smile from a stranger, a new opportunity. But they are all signs that your new state is flowering. Do not despise small beginnings. The seed always appears small, but it contains infinite potential. Water it with faith. Shine light on it with assumption. Protect it with persistent inner dialogue. Remember, you are not trying to get rich. You are remembering that you already are. The effort is not in acquiring. It is in maintaining the state. That is your true work. To stay in the feeling. To return to it when you slip. To forgive yourself when you forget. And gently resume the assumption. This is not a one-time event. This is a lifestyle of inner mastery. As you walk this path, you may notice the world responding with increasing speed. Opportunities that once felt hard-earned now appear effortlessly. People begin to treat you differently. Circumstances rearrange in your favor. And all of it, every single moment, is confirmation that your inner state has become dominant. The invisible has become visible. But do not stop there. Do not grow complacent. Instead, deepen the feeling. Broaden the vision. Expand what wealth means to you. Let it spill over into every area of life. Not just finances, but relationships, health, peace of mind. For true wealth is wholeness. It is abundance in all things. And it begins and ends with your assumption. Say to yourself, this is who I am now. This is where I live now. This is what I allow now. Speak as one who commands, not as one who hopes. Speak as one who is aligned with divine law, not as one who pleads for miracles. Miracles are simply natural results. When you live in the right state, the imagination is not weak. It is not fantasy. It is the creative power of God within you. When you dare to assume, you are invoking the divine. When you persist in assumption, you are molding the unseen into the seen. When you feel it now, you collapse time. You bring the future into the present. You stop waiting and start embodying. This is the secret. Live as if. Breathe as if. Walk as if. Pay your bills as if you have more than enough. Give as if your well can never run dry. Receive as if it is your birthright. This is not role play. This is not role play. This is reality creation. This is the path of the awakened creator. And if at any moment you feel tempted to doubt, simply pause. Close your eyes. Return to the feeling. Say nothing. Do nothing. Just feel. And in that feeling, you will once again realign with the truth. You are not becoming. You already are. The more you return to that, the faster the outer world must comply. Others may not understand your calm. They may question your peace. But you will know why you are at ease. Because you are not waiting for wealth. You are living in it. You are not hoping for abundance. You are saturated in it. You are not praying for change. You are the change. You are the consciousness of wealth made manifest. You are the feeling of abundance given form. You are the wish fulfilled. Walking, breathing, radiating. There is nothing more to add, only more to accept. And what you accept, fully, truly, and without contradiction, must become flesh. It must become your experience. Because it already exists in the eternal now. You have only stepped into it, and you will remain in it. Because you are already a millionaire. Just feel it. Now let every moment of your day become a rehearsal of that feeling. As you wake up, do not rise as the version of yourself who is still striving, still trying, still hoping. Wake up as the one who has already arrived, the millionaire who smiles before their feet touch the ground, not because of what's in their wallet, but because of what's in their awareness. As you brush your teeth, as you sip your coffee, as you walk into the world, do it from the state. Feel yourself surrounded by luxury, by ease, by quiet certainty. Carry this energy into your work, into your conversations, into your decisions. You are no longer reacting to life. You are projecting into it. You are no longer ruled by circumstances. You are ruling over them by your inner vision. You are not concerned about what will happen. You are now the cause. Life reflects you, because you no longer bend to the mirror. You shape it with the image you hold inside. There will be days when the old thoughts try to return. Let them pass like clouds across the sky. Do not resist them. Just remember, you no longer live there. That old version of yourself, the one who waited for miracles, the one who feared lack, the one who questioned their worth. That version is gone. It dissolved the moment you claimed your new identity. Should you forget for a moment, you need only return to the feeling. It is always waiting. It is home. You are free to return to it any time, without guilt, without punishment. Your only task is to feel it again, and to let that feeling carry you, guide you, build your world brick by brick, choice by choice, assumption by assumption. When you walk into a store, do so as the one who has plenty. When you answer your phone, do so as the one who expects good news. When you pay a bill, do so with gratitude that it was already taken care of in the unseen before you ever acted in the scene. You are not pretending. You are acknowledging. You are testifying to the reality of your new state, not by shouting it from the rooftops, but by silently living it in every breath. And in time, as you remain loyal to this new self, the world will begin to match it. First slowly, then all at once. Unexpected sources of income, opportunities that seemed impossible before, new connections, fresh ideas, invisible threads that lead to visible results. And you will not be surprised. You will not say, "How did this happen?" Instead, you will say, "Of course, this was always mine." You will begin to understand the profound truth that wealth was never outside you. It was not in a job, not in a bank, not in the hands of others. It was always inside you, waiting for recognition, waiting for you to say, "Yes, I see it now. I feel it now. I am it now." There is no other path. No step-by-step strategy will replace the power of assumption. No hustle will outpace the quiet momentum of belief. No struggle will birth what ease can effortlessly deliver. All manifestation is rooted in identity, and identity is built with feeling. So do not delay. Do not wait until the world gives you a sign. Be the sign. Be the proof. Be the evidence of the unseen. Stand in your room, in your car, in the grocery store, and feel the invisible wealth that surrounds you. Speak to yourself with the dignity of one who knows their inheritance. Make decisions as one who is not afraid. This is what it means to live from the end. And let others ask. Let them wonder. Let them doubt. Their questions are not your concern. Their confusion is not your burden. You are not here to explain. You are here to demonstrate. You are here to embody the truth, that what you assume and feel in the silence of your soul will echo through the corridors of time, until it appears as fact. So keep feeling, keep knowing, keep being. You are already a millionaire. You always were. Just feel it. Now, as you continue to feel it now, moment after moment, you will notice the subtle yet undeniable shift in how life responds to you. People will begin to treat you differently, not because of some external change in appearance, but because you have changed your inner frequency. You vibrate differently. You radiate something that cannot be faked. The deep, settled knowing that you have, that you are, that you embody wealth. This shift is magnetic. You are not pursuing. You are attracting. You are not chasing. You are commanding, not by force but by the natural law of consciousness. Because the law is impersonal. It does not judge. It does not choose who deserves what. It simply reflects. And now that your inner mirror reflects wealth, ease, generosity, joy, the world must mirror it back. It cannot do otherwise. You will see patterns break, cycles end, new stories begin, and it will all feel strangely familiar, like something you always knew but had forgotten. That is because your soul never doubted your wealth. Only your mind did. And now, even the mind is being renewed by this inner alignment. What once felt impossible now feels inevitable. Decisions become clearer. You move with a sense of divine timing. You trust more, not because of blind hope, but because of lived inner truth. You've tasted the feeling, and you know now, nothing outside of you holds power over you. All change begins and ends within. You will walk through your old world as a new being. The streets are the same, but you are different. The people are the same, but your perception has changed. You no longer see life as a problem to solve, but as a masterpiece to reveal. Because when you live in the end, everything becomes a means to support that end. Even delays become part of the orchestration. Even obstacles are used as stepping stones. You no longer fear time. You no longer panic about the future, because you know the end is already secured. The feeling has anchored it. The state has claimed it. The bridge of events may twist and turn, but it can only lead to one outcome, the one you feel as true. This feeling, this sacred inner wealth, is yours to keep, not just for a season, but for a lifetime. No one can take it. No recession can erase it. No economy can alter it. You carry it wherever you go, because you've become it. And from this state all things flow. Ideas, connections, timing, investments, clarity. You may wake up with inspired thoughts. You may be led to people who open doors. You may hear a whisper inside that says, go here, do this, call them, and you'll obey. Not from anxiety, but from alignment. This is the dance between spirit and matter. This is what happens when you feel it now. You realize then, perhaps for the first time, that wealth is not accumulation, it's expression. The more you feel it, the more you express it, and the more you express it, the more it multiplies. You no longer ask, what can I get, but how can I give? You overflow, not because of effort, but because of state. And in that overflowing, you become a blessing to others. Your wealth becomes a testimony, not of chance, but of consciousness, not of luck, but of law. And those who once doubted will come to you and ask, how did you do it? And you will not boast. You will not argue. You will smile and simply say, I felt it first. You see, the world belongs to those who feel. It has always been so. The dreamers, the visionaries, the mystics, they all knew this truth, that imagination is reality, and feeling is the way. And now you know it too. You've remembered the forgotten secret. You've returned to the throne within. You've claimed your kingdom not through force, but through feeling. And so it is done. So the world bends itself around you, not because you strive to make it so, but because it must yield to the image you persistently hold within. You're not waiting anymore. You're not hoping or trying. You are being. You are the millionaire now, in feeling, in thought, in breath, in movement. You're not asking for confirmation from the outside world. You've become the confirmation. You are the cause, and everything else is effect. When you walk into a room, the energy shifts, not because you said anything, not because you wore something extravagant, but because you carry a frequency, a certainty, that is unmistakable. You do not try to impress. You simply express. The truth of who you are is no longer hidden, and wealth, like a faithful servant, follows where you lead. Opportunities emerge because you see them now, not with eyes of fear, but with the vision of assumption. This is what it means to walk by faith, not by sight, to move not according to what is, but according to what you have accepted as already yours. You walk in the vibration of done. You move in the knowing of finished, and from that point, all that is necessary to fulfill the vision comes to you with ease. You don't chase money. It recognizes your signal and seeks you. You don't beg for success. You assume it, and it materializes. Feel this truth until it is more real than what you see. Let the senses be silent, and let your inner world roar with the image of abundance. And the more you persist in that feeling, no matter what the outer world appears to say, the faster the world must conform. For consciousness is the only reality, and all things must bow to its law. Let no doubt disturb your inner temple. Let no circumstance make you question the richness you've already assumed. The world outside may still reflect shadows of the old state, but you no longer belong to that version of yourself. You've ascended in consciousness. You've stepped into the version of you that no longer asks when, because it knows it is now. There is no waiting in the state of the wish fulfilled. There is only unfolding. You wake up and feel wealthy, not because of numbers on a screen, but because of the atmosphere you've cultivated in your mind and heart. You walk with ease, because you're not striving to get. You're radiating what already is, and that radiance commands form. That vibration calls the right people, the right timing, the right paths, all without struggle. Even your language changes. You stop speaking as one in need and begin to speak as one who knows. You stop praying from desperation and begin communing with divine certainty. You don't ask, will I become rich? You say, thank you For I am already rich. You no longer say I want, but I have. And it is in this having this feeling of possession in the unseen that all things are added. This is not just imagination. This is spiritual law. This is not daydreaming. This is deliberate creation. And the power has been in you from the very beginning. You just needed to trust it long enough to see its fruit. You just needed to remain faithful to the feeling, even when the facts screamed otherwise, because the facts are old news, echoes of previous assumptions. But your assumption today creates the reality of tomorrow. So what are you assuming right now? Are you assuming wealth? Then feel it now. Are you assuming freedom? Then walk in it now. Are you assuming ease and abundance and overflowing joy? Then carry yourself accordingly. Speak as one who has. Think as one who holds. Rest as one who has already arrived. As you continue to dwell in this state, you'll begin to notice something extraordinary. The outer world no longer holds power over your inner world. You become untouched by appearances, unmoved by delay, unshaken by noise. You are rooted in the truth that what you imagine and persist in imagining must crystallize into form. This is not arrogance. It is divine confidence. It is the recognition that the Father and you are one, that your imagination is the divine instrument of creation, and what you decree within must become flesh. So persist, even when it seems foolish. Persist, even when the mirror reflects lack. That mirror cannot help but change. When you change your inner gaze, look lovingly upon your desire, and feel it as if it were already yours. Let every heartbeat echo with gratitude for what already is. The feeling of fulfillment is your only job. The rest is handled by the unseen currents of life that move all things into place. Do not ask how it will come. That is not your concern. Ask only this: can I feel it now? Can I walk with the sensation of abundance before a single thing changes? Can I believe I'm already a millionaire? Not someday, but today, simply because I choose to assume it. If you can say yes to that, you have already unlocked the treasure. Because in the divine order, assumption is possession. To claim it in consciousness is to call it into the world. You have been given this sacred power not to suffer, not to strive endlessly, but to choose your life by choosing your inner state. And when you choose wealth, when you feel it with every fiber of your being, when you claim it with the ease of knowing, the world has no choice but to reflect it. You're already a millionaire. You don't need proof. You only need the feeling. And that feeling, when faithfully sustained, will gather all things to itself. So remain faithful. Remain loyal to the unseen reality that you have crafted with love and persistence in your imagination. Do not be tempted by appearances or the opinions of others, for they are but echoes of a lesser belief, one you have already outgrown. You are not subject to facts. Facts are subject to you. The world is not commanding you. You are commanding it, silently, effortlessly, through the feeling you accept as real within. Imagine again, and again, and again. Not with effort, but with joy. Not with strain, but with peace. Imagine not to make something happen, but to align with what already is in the eternal realm of consciousness. What you feel as true becomes true. It cannot be otherwise. So feel wealth now. Feel it in the way you sit, in the way you move, in the way you speak to yourself in silence. Let your imagination be a garden of riches, and your world shall bloom accordingly. If you stumble, do not fear. Begin again. Return to the state. Reclaim the inner kingdom. For nothing is ever lost in this divine game. There is only creation and recreation. And the more often you return to the feeling of the wish fulfilled, the more naturally it becomes your dwelling place. You do not force the world to change. You allow it to change by remaining steady in your vision. And that vision, once accepted as real, begins to animate everything around you. You'll overhear conversations that affirm your wealth. You'll see signs, symbols, and synchronicities that whisper, "It is done." People will respond to you as if you already are the one you claim to be, because energetically you are. The unseen has no choice but to become the seen when you persist in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. And so I say to you, walk by faith, not by sight. Refuse to be swayed by the illusion of delay, or the echo of the old self. You are not becoming wealthy. You are wealthy. You are not chasing abundance. You are abundance. This is the secret the world has hidden in plain sight, that your assumption is your reality, your feeling is the fuel, and your imagination is the blueprint from which all things are made. Dare to feel rich now. Dare to claim your millions now, not someday, but this very moment. Let the feeling of financial freedom saturate your being so completely that the world must conform. Be still and know. Not wish, not hope. Know that it is already done. For he who assumes the feeling of the wish fulfilled will see it made manifest in time. This is not magic. This is law. The law of assumption. The divine process of creation. The power of God within you. You are already a millionaire. Just feel it now, and the world will not delay in showing you the evidence.